Ladies, gentlemen, et al., this is Odeco, and welcome back to Blueprints. So we are continuing our quest for the basement. We know where it is, we know where the key is, we just gotta get there. Beginning to sound like a broken record, but we've been making some secondary progress each run, but that's been our goal, and done a couple runs now and still have not quite gotten there. Little bit of a heartbreaker last time with the secret garden unlocking the antechamber, but from the location that we'd already sealed off. What do we want? We could do shrine again, get a different blessing. Toolshed could be good. Every time I see Toolshed, I'm tempted by it. I'm going to do Toolshed. I think this will help us in our exploration today. Shrine's a little more of a long-term thing. One thing that's... Oh, I don't think we've gotten this before. First time you enter each green room, use water to gain 1. Okay, so it's like 3 gems, but maybe there's a way to refill it. Potentially. Seems like the kind of thing that would have more use than just being like kind of a delayed 3 gems. Cool. So we're starting out with 4 gems. We got a room yesterday that gave us some bonus gems. Oh, was it the mirror? Is it the mirror room that gave us the extra gems? All right, let's get into it. So we want as many rolls as possible, so I think we're going to try and fill out these early ranks. I don't often... Oh, right. I already forgot about the... Oh, okay, there's no... I thought it might grow a flower that had one of those gems in it, but it just handed me the gem. Here we go. Something about when the metal detector's on screen, my eyes stop working and all I can focus on is the beeping. Even though I should just look around. This is pretty good commissary. I mean, these other ones are good as well, but since we have the starting gold, commissary frequently gives us pretty high value items. I do always like shovel. And it'll be nice. It's nice to know that the gems are here if we need them, if we're running low. Let's go back this way. Four items. I don't have a key. These are good doors, but let's not waste. I mean, 4 items would be nice, but let's not waste the gem quite yet. Could get the solarium for the first time. This is actually, because we're so early on, I am very curious about getting more unusual and rare rooms. I recently checked. A closet's also quite good here, obviously, but let's do the solarium. I did recently check this, so there were lots of missing rooms that even on day 18 I haven't drafted yet. And for the most part, there are a few rooms I've seen before that I haven't drafted, but for the most part, when I see a room, I pick it. So I think most of those we just have never seen at all. Nice. All right. So we want it to be green. Oh, the greens move diagonally, maybe? I'm not fully grasping how these greens move. Oh, there we go. Another allowance token. Very nice. Very, very nice. So... oh, here we go. Mr. Nogula. I believe this is the replacement gardener who was hired after they fired the last one, if I'm remembering correctly. Anne wanted me to remind you once again that it is expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the trees trimmed. I have a feeling you may have forgotten how to open the cloister walls again, so to save you some stern words, I decided to draw a little diagram to help you out. Who knows, maybe this time it'll stick. Okay, so I figured this out accidentally. I was just wandering around aimlessly and it opened, so this will be good to know. While face to face with the angel, press the base of the two pillars on either side of you. Okay. I kind of thought it was something like that, but good to know. We have not... oh, that's... whenever you draw Dovecoat while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. Oh, so it's not you have to build the Dovecoat. It's the only one that can rotate because these other ones, obviously the guest bedroom, you have to build the door, and this you could rotate it, but it wouldn't really be relevant. Okay. We've never built the showroom. I mean, I hate to spend the gems. Obviously, I could buy some more in the commissary, but seems like a bit of a shame. Do I want to build the Dovecoat now and then, or like, it seems like the kind of thing you want in the pool so that you can rotate, but also, I don't know, it's like, it seems a little silly to try and save that, because even though it's nice to be able to rotate, it does, you are only pulling two other rooms if you're like ruling out building the Dovecoat. I don't this is kind of an awkward spot to get it. I am going to do the showroom. Let's see what it is. I know it's probably not ideal, but it seems like the kind of thing that would replenish some jewels. And it's always, I think, always valuable to get the... oh my gosh, it's so expensive. You do not have to pay the gem cost of floor plans for 60 coins. Opens all normal doors for 80 coins. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. So this is, you can back out without building something. That's cool. Whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice that many steps. Seems slightly less useful. Okay, so those are really powerful, but obviously I don't have anywhere remotely close to that many coins. Yeah. There's no other way to... nothing else you can interact with. It all just opens the shop screen. Great Hall's pretty good. I mean, it's locked, but like maybe we want to save it to try and build the foyer first, but that's a little risky, especially since I have a pretty good idea. I mean, maybe it's too small a sample size. Both times the lever's been behind this door, So if that trend continues, I know where the lever is, but that may just have been a coincidence. It's only been sample size of 2. So it would be nice to build the foyer first and then the Great Hall. And I do have more rare rooms spawning, so maybe I'm more likely to see the foyer. I'm going to save it, and then if I don't get the Great Hall, I'm going to kick myself. It's a pretty good courtyard, except for the doors. Doors are not ideal, but the doors of none of these are ideal. I don't want to spend the gem. I mean, I'm going to be able to replenish the gem, at least with the watering can. So that's not too bad. Turnip. As is often the case, I am struggling for gems. That seems to be the resource I'm most frequently low on. I can go back to the hallway, which is nice. I'm going to do this door and then see if I can unlock a shortcut. I cannot, well, I could do chapel, but I'm going to do utility closet. Turn off gymnasium, turn on dark room, turn on garage. Dark room, I wonder if after you build it, do you have to come back here to turn the lights on? I don't know exactly how that works. Because every time I built the dark room, the lights have been off, but in that box, it looked like they were on. Very good. 2 rerolls is excellent. I'm going to go do this door first. And I am going to buy the gems. I think that's more useful than trying to save up for the crazy stuff. And it was immediately paid off. I'm definitely doing the foyer. I think that's now the Great Hall is such a big win, and that's such a fun interaction. I'm very much going to try and get that if I can. The rerolls will be helpful. Should I do the pool? I've not really been able to make much progress with the pump puzzle, but it costs a gem. Dining room has just as good doors. I mean, all of these have the same doors, but I'm not gonna aim to do that puzzle today. I already have rare rooms spawning, so I already have like interesting things in the pool that I want to see without those extras being added. So we're gonna not do that today. See if we can complete the loop here. This is not a good effect. In fact, it's quite a bad effect. This might even be worth a reroll, because I want more doors facing upwards. I don't want to be so locked in. So Maid Chambers is good for that reason, but I don't want to find fewer items. I think the items I'm always low on. I don't know if this means like the generic consumables or if it just means like the tools. I am going to use a reroll here. I don't like any of these. We did get the dove coat. I'm tempted. I mean, I'm putting myself on. I'm giving myself a difficult task here because I only have one door facing up, but I I do think the items will be helpful. I'm kind of running low on a lot of stuff. This did replace the gem, which is nice. The key. Oh, and I got a vault key, which I have not been able to get to the vault yet. But it'll be nice if I get there and I have that. This is a good chapel. Give me more doors. The keys are nice, but I want to spend the gems on that. The garage would be a dead end. Lose a few coins going through it, but not too many because we've cleared all this out unless we want to go back to the showroom. Or we need a magnifying glass, I guess. I don't think I've ever seen an item there. This seems like a great parlor because I want more gems. And it has good door. Let's see. There we go. The empty boxes both have true statements. The blue box has a true statement. This box contains the gems. So this, if the empty boxes have true statements, then that means that the box with the gems has to have a false statement. But if this box had the gems, that would be a true statement. So this one has to be false. This one has to be false, because if this is false, then that would be empty. And if these two are true, and that would mean there are no gems. So this one has to be false. This can't be a true statement. This is false. This is false. Oh, wait, no, we don't know this is false. We just know that this one is false. Got it. The blue box has a true statement. We know this is false. So this one has to be true. This box contains the gems. Cool. We have not done ballroom before. Whenever you enter ballroom, set your gem count to 2. I mean, that's not bad. I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to enter. I'm going to do the other chapel room. Obviously, now that would mean losing a gem, but we have lots of steps, and we frequently are low on gems, so having a way to replenish to 2 once we spend is quite nice. And I'm going to... I think that means I could be a little more free with the gems, as long as I have steps to return to the ballroom. I don't want to do the freezer. I know there's more info in there, so I do want to get that eventually, but this seems like a good West Wing hall. I definitely don't think I can get the Great Hall in either of the wings. I think the Great Hall has to be in the middle of the house, so I'm cognizant of that. I don't think I've ever built servants' quarters. It's not good here, obviously. I mean, none of these are great. Is this worth a redraw? It seems a little early to be using it. I think it is, because Maid Chamber, well, Maid Chamber just gives us access to this room we already have access to. Ideally, I'd like... I guess Corridor's not bad. Maybe Corridor's better than wasting our redraw. It doesn't give us much, but... Drawing room is quite good here. Drawing room's definitely what we want. And now we can go back to the ballroom without worry. And if we spend a gem here, we can go back to the ballroom and get a benefit. That one's locked. If we get the secret garden key, that would be a good spot for it. Let's do this. And maybe let's not quite use it yet. Let's go back and check out the ballroom. It does cost us a coin to do that. Clara and Simon. Let's say In Eclipse Ball, 1952. One thing that I have not pulled up that I have not considered much is the family tree. So Simon and Clara they look like they're Herbert Sinclair's, like Simon is Herbert's brother. That would be my guess. Is this the same? This is probably the same tree that had the date carved into it. So 11/28 carved into it. Oh, very nice. 6 and 7. This is the final pages. Under these stars, the dance is held, and to the floor we are compelled. The gowns glide on, and music swells. At the end, the clock strikes 12. What that means, only time can tell. At the end, the clock strikes 12. So we have to... And to the floor we are... I wonder if that means we have to be somewhere when the clock strikes 12. Two remain for one last dance, and spin again around clock hands, and as they turn, a second chance to rise above the falling sands, the true time lost in past romance. So, definitely seems like something about we need to be somewhere at 12. Is there a clock in here? There's not. But, even more important, we now have all the pages. So let's see. Let me open them all up here. Have all the screenshots. There we go. Oh, not that one. Had some other screenshots open in the background apparently. Here we go. So we want the bold words. So it's first. Oh no, I'm gonna shrink these down. they're taking up the screen. I'm losing control. So I know we're gonna have to look at multiple words on these, so try and get them all laid out in an organized manner. Where's 2? Six, 7, 1, 4, 3. All right, what'd I do with 2? Here's 2, and then 8 is this one. Okay. So first we look at the bold words. First words on the sheets are true message. Okay. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. The white trees under 2 stones. Is that something to look out for? I don't know what that means. I can't think of white trees under 2 stones. I mean, I would think that maybe it's worth looking around outside for that. But yeah. Something to look out for. Let's do boiler room. We're not really trying to do that puzzle right now, and the bedroom doors are just as good. Not much in here. Oh, never mind. There is something in here. So I believe that means I can... Will the sleep mask kick in? Yep, there we go. So... use the key here. Wine cellar. We're no longer that fascinated in the wine cellar because I mean, there might still be a secret there, but it's not where the basement is hidden, which was my first hypothesis. Office is basically free because we could go back to the ballroom and replenish our gems after using it. That's probably worth it. Billiard room is good, but it is awkward a little bit. We'll have to find a different way into the foundation. It does give us more gems, which is not super useful right now, but not necessarily more gems. Often, actually, it gives us more keys. It's the parlor that always gives us more gems. Let's do billiard room. I think we'll be able to get back into the we'll be able to get into the foundation. Interesting. We've never seen this symbol before. 3. Okay, that was not right. Maybe this means 3 plus... Either it means 3 plus 3, like the same thing, or because it's a square, maybe it means 3 plus 4. Let's try 6. No, that was not right. Okay, let's try 3 plus 4. No, that is also not right. Maybe it means... Well, I was going to say everything it points to, but that doesn't seem right. 7, 2... 18, 12. No, that's too many. 3 plus... I mean, there's only 20 options. I could brute force it and figure out what the symbol means, I guess. A little unsatisfying. Oh, wait. All right. We're just going to see if we can figure out what the symbol means. So 9. Oh, 3 squared. Okay, so that symbol means that makes sense. I tried that a little bit, but for some reason I was I was still in the wrong mindset. So this symbol, even though it's blue, it just means squared. I was thinking because it was blue, it meant like adding the square. So that's why I tried 12 early on, because I said 3 plus 9 equals 12. But it just means whatever the answer of the other puzzle is squared. So this is 1 plus 2 is 3, so this would be 9 again. 4 minus 10 negative 6 squared would be... Oh, no, that's not right. Oh, maybe 4 squared minus 10. So it's 16 minus 6. There we go. There. Throwing some wrenches in the works there. I think that was worth it. One of the reasons why I wanted to do that is because I was low on keys. I know getting in the foundation would be nice, but I think that was probably worth it. Gymnasium's not horrible. I have plenty of steps. I mean, I don't want to waste them, but is gymnasium more worthwhile than... Like, are the steps more useful than the extra door we would lose for laboratory? Pretty easy to replenish that jewel, so I'm not worried about the jewel cost. Don't want archives, for sure. Oh, wait, no, we already turned off the power to the gem. Never mind. So we are good to go. We're safe on gem. Drafting room. Kind of no downside. These are not ideal, and I don't want more red rooms. And this'll... I mean, we already have all the doors unlocked in the Great Hall, so... Doesn't matter too much, but can see the layout of it. So this adds the classroom after drafting a school room. Gain 10 steps. I mean, we can get these without having to add them to the pool. Which I want to do a run where we do that, but I have not done that run yet. I'm intrigued by the kennel. Every time I've seen the kennel, I've been... It's not like the best effect, but I want more dog lore, and I don't know why. Like, neither of those stand out as being too beneficial to me. So maybe I'll understand more once I get the classroom after building the outdoor classroom. Or whatever it's called, the old schoolhouse building. Anything else in here? Oh. Car keys. So now I really want the garage here if I can get it. And I have free rerolls there. It's worthwhile. Okay. Oh, I don't have any gems, so let's go back. It is nice that the bedroom is here. It makes it the trek back to get more gems a little cheaper. Not totally free, but... Oh, why do we get the music sting there? Interesting. I think we want aquarium for the doors. Is there a clock in here? I'm wondering. The music sting is unusual. I'm wondering if it's like 12 o'clock in the ballroom, but not sure. We don't have a clock anywhere to check what time it is. Oh right, I forgot that this counted as every room. So we get a gem here as well. And some steps. Not a bad observatory. Plus 5 gems. All right, now we are avoiding the ballroom at all costs until we spend these. I like the music. Wish there were a little more in the game. It's a good den, I think. Especially we do have the sledgehammer. We are drowning in gems right now. Oh, here we go. It was just noon in the ballroom. I mean, I didn't see any changes there, but that is interesting. It's very much worth considering. Music room seems like a good way to use some of our gems. Secret garden key. Oh, that is really excellent. So we do have a way to get back to the drawing room, which we do need to go through the ballroom to do, probably. But we could use secret garden key here. Has a guaranteed door facing upwards, and then opens up this side of the antechamber. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, that is correct. So we have to get 2 rooms across here, and we have a reroll. We also can go out this door and go up. We have multiple ways to get to the antechamber. So now all our main goal, we want to make sure we get to the foundation. I need to make sure that I'm blind as a bat. I need to make sure I'm keeping an eye out for is it the 2 trees under white rocks? Where the heck? Oh, there you go. Nice. Yeah, we could use the secret garden key on this side, but I think it's a good room to put here regardless, and we know that door is locked, so I think we should save it for there. Okay, we have a pretty good shot of getting to the basement today, which I'm very excited by. Kind of like the veranda. Do we want more green rooms? What green rooms would we want? We've already used the watering can to its full extent. We do have the shovel. I mean, honestly, it's just better for the doors. I think I just, aesthetically, I like the green room, so I constantly get tricked into doing green room runs, even though I probably have found pretty much everything you can find. You got 7 keys, which is doing very well on that. Should do boudoir. Did we already do walk-in closet? We did already do walk-in closet. So maybe we can also try and get her ladies room. Might be tough because we'll try and do the other side of the drawing room first once we get there. Oh, get the extra steps. Very nice. Again, we have access to the safe. I'm going to guess that the date for the safe is in her room because that seems like a puzzle that we've been given is try to get to her room, and her safe is in this room, so that would be a logical prize for getting in there. Let's do the Nook. Doing well on steps. The sleeping mask has been keeping us stocked up. Just very thankful for that. No one has ever been worse at finding consumables in this game than I am. Okay, we would love access to the foundation here. Security room is good, but I definitely can't build it here. I mean, office is not ideal. It does seal us off from some of this, but I kind of think it's worth it. We could try and redraw. I mean, that's kind of risky. Because if we don't have anything, we only have one. We really want to get to the foundation. It'd be more disastrous to get sealed out of the foundation because we have more rooms we can try over there. Security room I'm nervous about because if we still don't have access to keycard doors. I don't think there's too much to see. Is this Mary? I would guess this is Mary. Is this Clara and Simon? Cool. All right. Got dig spots in here. Turnip. The double duty of the sleeping mask and the shovel digging up all these turnips is keeping us doing really well on steps. So nice to not have to worry about that. Or keys. Keys are also doing excellently. What special key? Yeah, just the secret card key. Pretty good vestibule. Not mad about that vestibule. I'm going to do this, and I think I'm going to go back and replenish my gems, and then I've spent all the 8 gems I had, kind of on purpose. I knew that I had to go back through the ballroom at some point, so if I didn't use the gems, I was going to lose them. So let's go back all the way to the ballroom. This convoluted route. Had to build. This way. Yeah, I wonder if there was something in here. Maybe I should have tried to solve this puzzle more when the music sting was happening. I didn't know that it was 12 o'clock then. I just was kind of guessing. But that's definitely something worth coming back for, I think. We are getting pretty good on coins. The cheaper things in the luxury showroom were not all that intriguing. It was more the really expensive stuff that seemed great. Let's do this room first. I would love to get a really good room here. That'd make me feel a lot better about things, I think. So let's see if we can... Oh, good. We're in the drawing room, so we can redraw. I think that's worth it. I mean, I think library's quite good here. Book request form. New form just dropped. So we never did Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. But this is the new one. I'm interested in this. I still have not seen any of these crests or any of the seals. I'm curious about this, but a lot of these have been like a little bit of info, but not that interesting. This one, I basically had already solved all the puzzles. This was like gameplay tips, but not really puzzle solutions. This is just the same book we already have. This was interesting, but it was the censored version. This was like lore from the book that our mother wrote, so that's interesting. But so this is the one that I think actually might be have puzzle stuff in it, because none of these others have had like a smoking gun or like a really good puzzle clue in them. But because we had to purchase Realm and Room, that seems maybe more likely to have what I'm looking for. This is a great passageway. Let's do passageway here. Let's go back, replenish gems. Using the steps, I think, is very much worth it. Oh, yeah, this is the best way to go. Gotta go, yeah. Do have to route through the chapel a few times, but we got coins for it. So we're up to 2 gems. Being very careful because I really want to make this work. We should do the secret garden here, I think. I think that makes the most sense. Has a good door for us. Has some dig spots. It sends food around the house, but it'll all go to the conference room, which is quite a ways away. But if we do need more food, it'll all be there. There we go. Okay, so how do I want to approach? We definitely want to keep our redraw. I will want to trek back one more time to the ballroom to make sure I have as many gems as possible, but let's do this one so we have the door. I'm like so being so paranoid about this. Let's set up our experiment. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. That's good. These are all things we have power over. Maybe once I get the solution, I'll try and do this, and I'll see if we can... Let's see. Obviously, the best one is gain permanent allowance. We don't have that much space left, though. Are there any of these that are beneficial at all, actually? This late in the day? Because we'd have to get the archives and then draft a bunch of archive floor plans, which is unlikely. We don't have the security room, so this one's not very likely. Yeah. I don't think we're going to set anything up yet. We'll save that in case there's the opportunity for it, but I think it's unlikely that any of those are useful today. All right. How do we get back to the ballroom? Straight down into the ballroom. Okay. Doing it one more time. I want to have as many gems as possible. I have a reroll. The top priority is getting into the antechamber. So I will spend my resources accordingly. Costs a few coins and several steps, but I think that's all worth it. Do we want to... I think we want to... Which, I don't know if it matters too much which door we pick, but... It's a little silly. I know the dove coat is in the pool. Perfect. We're doing it. We're not taking a second thought there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, now we just need to go to the foundation. Go. This is the puzzle that's been staring at us for quite a while, so very excited about this. The basement. Interesting. See off into the distance there a little bit. After all that, and it's not much I can interact with. That's funny. Is this button I can press, or do I need the electronic card? There's that button. I don't seem to be able to reach it. I don't know. I'm not seeing... Oh. There we go. I was like, what? I got all the way down here. There's nothing I can do. Nothing to interact with. There we go. So it's a box puzzle. A classic box puzzle. I am a box puzzle fan. I'm not complaining. Lower. Do I have to make a bridge somewhere? I think I have to make a bridge there. I don't think I've ever done a box puzzle in first person before. It's an interesting twist on the formula. Used to the Zelda games where it zooms out to like a bird's eye view whenever you're doing box puzzles often. Oh, but now I've trapped myself. So we have to do it in this order. I like it. I'm assuming all this is part of Uncle Sinclair's puzzle as well. So he's in the basement, like directing movie crews. Like, yes, I want this pile to be over here, and I want it to look a little disheveled, so it doesn't look like it's supposed to be a bridge. "100 Bells, Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. Interesting. Antechamber entry controls, Great Hall, Greenhouse, Secret Garden. We knew all those. North Lever underground. So, got it. Knew all that, but screenshot anyway. So we have to find the lever for the north door to finally get into room 46. If I move this, I don't think I can cross that gap. I don't think there's anything else to see over here. Is there anything beyond here? Looks suspicious. So when it says underground, obviously this is underground. There's also the tomb that's underground, and there was something about in the tomb, it was like build a shrine on this spot. So I wanted to go back to the tomb after I built a shrine, which I have now done, but I've not seen the tomb since then. Just clicking on random things here. So that's definitely a lead. I mean, that's underground. The wine cellar, another thing that feels suspiciously underground. I'm curious about I want to make sure there's not anything else that I'm missing down here. These pipes or anything. $100. I mean, that sounds like a bar or like a pub. And then Sandy Heights. I don't know what Sandy Heights would refer to there. Oh, wait. I want to press that. I wasn't able to reach that. Wait, I don't. Probably gonna seal myself in actually. If I put that there. I could put this here. Wait, how do I. Let me scope this out from above. So, how do I get over there? Can I push this guy all the way forward and use the lift? Yeah. So otherwise the lift hasn't been useful yet. I mean, it needed to be in the right mode, but we haven't needed to use a single trolley for multiple modes yet. There we go. Nice. Here's the reservoir. Okay, we've heard about the famous reservoir. So, do I need... I wonder... The reservoir was definitely one of the options in the pump room. I wonder if I can lower the water level. Is this the minecart that I could move from the other side? It said something about like... I don't know if it said I could actually open this passageway. It just said it was blocking the way to the reservoir, but there were 2 other ways to get there. That's all it said. Oh, that's where I came from. Hello. Quite the mechanism here. So that lifts it up and down. But I need the bridge a certain way to get over there. Presuming this will let me rotate the bridge some more. Hopefully. Yep. I like that this is shaped like a giant cog, presumably just because Baron Sinclair wanted to and had too much money. So it's like, it's not acting as a cog or anything. It just is a cool shape. Underground map. Okay, so basement. Here's the elevator. This here is how we came down. 3, cliffside exit. So that breakable wall there goes to the cliffside exit. Interesting. Don't know how to open that. 8, rotating gear. 9 to north lever. That tunnel we saw. 4 reservoir. 4 minecart. Excavation tunnel. 5 fountain entrance. 7 torch chamber. 6 catacombs. Tomb entrance. Tomb entrance. I mean, that lots of good stuff there. I don't see anything. Just cliffside exit was 3. Yeah, so we saw there was like that must be the minecart that was blocking. Okay, maybe we can use the rotating gear to get the other side of this minecart. You found a secret floor plan. It's 1 door for each gear in your house. For each gear room in your house. Mechanarium. I mean, yeah, definitely. This is like breaking my brain. So this goes to the cliffside exit. This goes to the tomb. We don't know how to open that, but it goes there. 9, we need to get to the north lever, obviously. This connects to the fountain. So we can get down here if we have the pump room and we drain the water out of the fountain. Presumably we can drain the reservoir, or at least lower the water level of the reservoir. I think if we set up the rotating bridge the right way, we might need to access this room from this tunnel, which we can't get to right now, I don't believe. I'll double check that. So we might need to set up the rotating bridge the right way and then access this room from this tunnel to get to the north lever. If I had to guess, that would be my best bet of how to proceed. Because this... So yeah, there's where the lever is. It's that tunnel. Gotta rotate this all the way around to get out. So here's where we need to access it from, I believe. Because if we set it up, because down there it looks like a 90-degree turn for the bridge. So if it's a 90-degree turn, we set it up so that the bridge is pointed from here to this one, which lets you raise the... Let me make sure that makes sense. Okay, so you'll be able to go from that tunnel to there, raise it up, and then by raising it up, it'll let you go to that device. And presumably that device will let you rotate. The only thing I don't know is we could set it up so that instead of letting you go to that nook, it goes to that nook. We don't know what this nook does. We have no way of accessing that nook currently. I believe there's a way to access that nook. Okay. I think that our best bet is to leave it like that. Yeah, this is blocked. It's possible we can get a pump room today. We have enough steps to go to the conference room, which should have a lot of food spread to it. Okay, I'm very pleased with that. When we first walked in and there was nothing to interact with, I was very nervous. And then when we got to the desk and it was still like just a few extra clues, like, oh, the lever's somewhere underground, I was still nervous because like that's not enough info. Like I could have guessed that. Yeah, I could have guessed it. It's good to know, but like it doesn't give me all that much to work on. But that extra space that was enough. That was a good reward for getting down there. Happy with that. Let me make sure I'm going the right way because I have limited steps here. So hopefully there's a fair amount of food in here. There is indeed. Cool. Okay. So we got a good amount. Now, what even is there to do? I think, yeah, it looks like the vestibule entrance is all we have. So we're still probably not making too much more progress today, but still worth trying. The thing about the vestibule is it's whenever you enter, 3 doors unlock and a 4th one becomes locked. I don't think I've ever tried to open somewhere and it was locked. So maybe this is... Nope, still has not happened. We've never actually built the dovecote. I'm intrigued by it. Never built the servants' quarters either, but we don't need keys. It would give us a decent number, but we don't need them. Mailroom, we could get a package for tomorrow, but I'm less interested in that. We already got the package once, and it was just some consumables, not very interesting. Turnip. More steps. Coin. If we can get the pump room, it'll be good. I guess try a redraw. Nope. We're not successful. No reason not to do the mailroom. Now what I don't know is whether the package, if it has to be picked up, package will be delivered here the day after driving this room. I don't know if it has to be picked up the day after, or if you can let it, it's just the next time you draft the room, there will be a package for you. That I'm unaware. Sort of like how the library works. I don't know. The library, this does specify the day after, so. But then this letter was delivered for us on day one and just sat here until we built the mailroom. Cool. All right, I think that probably wraps it up for today. Got a lot of new info. Finally got down to the basement. Very excited about that. Got a goal. We want to get the pump room. We want to first, we need to check out the tomb, which may provide access to the underground. And then also the pump room will be able to drain the fountain and the reservoir, which is also will be good info. So 2 goals there. Still want to get her lady's bedroom. Have not been able to do that yet. Have some more new goals to accomplish after several days of just try to get to the antechamber and foundation. So very excited about that. But let's call it a day here. Garden Chateau. The fact that so frequently I'm getting the garden end screen does tell me that I am quite fond of the green rooms for sure. But thanks for sticking around. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we will continue our quest. Thanks a lot.